In the city of podcast, where the voices collide, there's a show that'll shake you up, take you for a ride. Hosted by Matt and Forrest, they're the masters of the game. Don't be a hero, they ain't here for the fame. With a mic in their hands, they're ready to explore, tackle the topics that others just ignore. From pop culture, the darkest of nights, these two hosts will keep you up with their insights. They'll bring the laughs and they'll bring the heat. There's no topic too taboo, nothing to delete. They'll challenge your thoughts, make you question each choice. Don't be a hero, it's time to raise your voice.
Friday bonus is Friday bonus is Friday, it's bonus and Friday. Oh, you woke up, it's Friday. You think you've got a few more days before you've got an episode. Holy shit, it's Friday and it's a bonus episode with a Matt and Foz on the mic, doing everything you like.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Welcome. What
Hello,
are
mate.
you drinking, Matt? I believe you've just poured yourself a glass.
I haven't poured anything yet because this little bad boy ain't even open yet. As you know, it was Father's Day this past Sunday.
It was.
So I got my Father's Day present, and it is an unexpected. I'll be quite honest here. This is serious props to Lady Wife Rachel on this, because I spotted this.
Whoa, to the two kids that bought it for you, my friend.
Oh, the two kids as well. They didn't pay. I mean,
no,
it might
they walked
in all
into
fairness,
the
it
shop.
probably came out of their savings. It probably did.
Knowing where you live, mate, they'll let anyone in the shop. Well, you look 10. That's enough for that. You
Oh
grab
my
yourself
God.
a bottle.
I
If you can
think-
reach it, you can buy it. Sorry,
Christ.
carry on.
You and your voices this week, mate. Honestly, we've got a lovely limited edition bottle here of Lagavulin. Now, Lagavulin is the ultimate Scotch drink. It is the perfect blend of a malt Scotch whiskey. It is an Islay single malt Scotch, but this isn't just any old Lagavulin. Honestly, this isn't even a sponsor. This is... Are you ready for this?
Half of these words you've said so far are another language to me. So
This... You
Hello.
see that? You see that face? Who's that look like?
that is Nick Helm?
Nick Offerman.
Offerman.
From Parks
That's
and
the one.
Recreation.
Wow, I actually got it right. It's Nick. I said Nick Helm. Nick Helm is a comedian, but Nick Offerman, yeah.
So Nick Offerman goes to
Wow.
the place of Lagavulin where they make the Lagavulin drink in the show and talks about Lagavulin throughout Parks and Rec, and they have made they literally, I mean, Nick Offerman literally assisted in this. Look at the. I mean, this is all going to be a real look. I mean, look at the box.
Wow.
It's
signed.
signed.
That is that is
The
amazing.
Offerman edition. Now, this is. I mean, this is some serious whiskey. I'm about to open this. It's an 11-year cast. This has got to be probably the most bougiest drink I think I'm ever going to own.
Where can you buy that from?
Black market. No, Amazon. which is AKA Amazon. Oh, shots fired. Amazon. Okay, but no, look at this. I'm back to. You got to listen to this. Ready?
She's a squeaker.
Oh,
that is a bit of all right, that, isn't it? Ooh.
honestly, Forrest, you got to have to fucking, you've got to have some of this. Is potent stuff.
I'm already looking £90.
Fucking yeah, it is. It is the most expensive
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
And this is why I was so shocked, because I thought this was an absolute pipe, and I went, oh my god,
Wow.
I'd love to try some of that. And I looked at the price and I was like, fuck no. And then all of a sudden, here it is.
Father's Day present and a half there.
This is Christmas. This is birthday for the next 2 years. So this is a mixture of Caribbean rum. So this has got a Caribbean rum cask finish.
That looks incredible. Can I have a sip?
You can absolutely. I was about to say, man. You're gonna absolutely have some of this. Look at this. Look at the colour. Look at that.
Oh my god, man. That is nectar. That is, mate. That's insane.
So good. It smells so
Oh,
good. Okay, I'm going in. Are you ready?
yeah. Oh my god. Oh,
That goes down so well. That is dangerous. That is so good.
oh.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, that's so in.
That's got me in the mood for a rum now. I've got a really one of Sophie's mates got me this rum that is like, I don't know where, like Mauritius maybe, but it's fucking incredible rum as well. But I'll have to try that in a future pod.
I mean, that is proper smoky. That is proper peaty. Lagavulin is one of the peatiest whiskies out there, and I've had a 16-year one, which is an amazing one. That's an engraved one that I've got, and I've had another 11-year one, but now this limited edition one, mate. That's got to keep. That is wow. So thank you. See, it's the perks of being a dad, mate.
Fucking telling me, Jesus Christ! I'll be lucky with a packet of hobnobs, mate. I bet. Jesus Christ! You're getting me on Amazon like it's something I could order in a flash. Bloody hell! Christ!
I love you.
Honestly,
like, 90 quid.
Well, look. Put it this way: this drink has a payment plan. you can pay 18 quid a month for 5 months. That's obscene. But it's, oh mate, that does it looks incredible. It's signed. What more?
So good.
What more could you want? So how to enjoy it says Nick Offerman recommends enjoying Lagavulin Offerman edition, Caribbean rum cask finish neat on the rocks, or even alongside a plate of desserts to pair with the whiskey's subtle notes of lemon meringue.
Should I put some rocks in it?
Oh yeah, go on then.
I'm gonna get some ice.
Fucking hell, we are. This is about 10 minutes worth of content here. We're chopping on this. Jesus Christ. This looks insane, listeners. It looks so. Apparently, it's got notes of lemon meringue that embody the tropical flavours of the Caribbean islands. It is best enjoyed with great company. Well, there you go. He is enjoying it with great company. It's just a shame I'm not in the same room to have any, eh? But there you go. Oh, we're now listening to a murder happen live off the podcast there. He's walking over. Oh, he's doing a little ding-a-ling-a-ling. He's sitting himself down. He looks proud as fucking punch.
I'm chuffed.
Look at he is. Look at his little smile there. Oh. Wow,
Wow.
Right.
All right. What we're talking about?
We should probably start talking about what we aim to talk about, which is Gen V.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing. That little nugget.
That little shepherd's pie.
That little spin-off series about the boys. Oh, yeah.
So Gen V, we get stuck in to a series about... oh my God, I've forgotten the name of the university. That's a big mistake. What is the name of the university?
Yeah, well, the university.
I've lost it. I've lost it big time.
What the university? Yeah, no.
Godolphin. Godolphin University.
Yeah.
So it's God You, they call it, and it's a series that follows Marie. Now, I'm going to say it straight off the bat. Marie's backstory and her superpower
Mate.
is insane.
Yep.
Like, this series just goes, right, you've watched The Boys, now settle in and enjoy this. I almost didn't watch the series, and I tell you for why. It's because her superpower is so, what is the word to describe it? It made me actually a little bit ill, to be quite honest.
What, the fact that she can just control blood?
Yeah,
And
it's
harness
very
it and use it.
very unsanitary. I don't know. Oh my god, yeah, it was just. I was like, I don't know if I can watch a whole series of like blood just seeping out, and oh my god, it was wild. It was wild, but it was genius at the same time. In the same token, it was genius. And what a backstory! She kills both of her parents, long lost sister, not seen for a long time, long amount of years. I think, like, if I was to summarise this series, I would say starts off good. It then goes downhill, downhill, downhill. Then, whoa, this series is fantastic. It's a little bit of a... It's like a roller coaster that starts on a high, dips quite considerably whilst they tell us a lot of, like, teenage angst, introduce the characters. And then when we actually get the plots, holy shitballs, this stuff gets rocking.
Oh my god, it's definitely going to play a part. I mean, it already is playing a part into season 4, and so we've just watched episode 1 to 3. But like, there are all the things that are happening in Godolphin. I mean, the university. So again, dear listener, I don't have to say spoiler alert here. You should all bloody know by now. It is a front. The university is a front for experimentation on soups. That in its own right is fucking interesting, because what you're doing there is also you're creating a place of establishment for education, but you are bringing in the soups, you are bringing in the test subjects. It just, again, if you're talking about against real life, not to say that there's fee-paying places of education that are out there using people as experiments, there aren't that, but you could make the argument in the theory of the contrast against where people select those that go into establishments of education. Then you are specifically selected on the traits, on the personalities, on your upbringing, on on what you are good and bad at, all that kind of stuff. You get very much selected into spaces to be molded into something that institution wants you to become, right?
Yeah,
that's.
yeah,
I mean, I've just described drama school to you, but also it is literally that though, right? So they have chosen people, and then they're just using it as a front for something far more sinister. How that is a great concept, right?
It is. It's fantastic. We get they go to branding classes. It's a Hogwarts for soups, and. Yeah, just incredible premise. We get some incredible characters. We've got Maria, we've got Emma, who I think Emma, who is played by Lizzie Broadway, might actually be my favourite character in this. So Emma has got the ability to kind of shrink and grow tall, but it is done in a really cool way where actually it's all she has to put her body through trauma basically in order to get her superhero, and it kind of it introduces a new element, because I would argue, aside from Marie, actually, so maybe it starts with Marie. Up to this point, through The Boys, we kind of see superheroes have their superpowers in a natural way, or a way that doesn't require, they can run because they're A-Train, or Homelander can get angry and he fucking lasers people, right? And then, so we're getting a kind of different atmosphere in this, where they have to put their bodies through trauma, whether that's self-harm, whether that's, you know, an overindulgence in food, and like you're they're looking at different things, self-harm and, oh my God, food, what do you call it? What do you call the food thing that I'm thinking of? The word, it's not a phobia of, it's like a food. Oh my God, like bulimia and all of that. It's all in a bracket.
Well, they used it's purging, isn't it? It's the word purging, isn't it? That's what she does.
It's purging, yeah. I can't think of it. The word that kind of puts all of those food things into one thing.
I know we all know what you mean.
Screaming at me right now.
But isn't it brilliant? Like, in terms of, again, you're talking about something that's very serious there, and when you're looking at the concept, yes, it is a high school kind of environment. So you're getting these young adults that are experiencing, you know, things like this. So it is a good concept. It's interesting, but also it serves something for the boys as well, where it's quite. You know, it's a new perspective on how people are treated as soups and how they see themselves as soups as well, in order to become this next, you know, this worldly character, this otherworldly thing. It's a really good role. I think there's loads of good roles here. I think Sam is fantastic in this. So Sam is the one that's in the experiment in Godolkin, who is played by.
He is played by Asa German.
Yes. I mean, and also his face is so peculiar. What cheekbones, man.
I know.
Jawline and everything. Oh,
I kind of feel with him that I hope this isn't the case, but I feel like that character of Sam is so good and so unique, unique to that actor playing it. I'm worried that actor might never find other work. That is so notoriously that character that actor was always destined to play, that I really hope it doesn't prevent him playing like a multitude of other characters. I'm sure that actor is incredibly diverse in ability, but
he gives me early Robert Pattinson vibes, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was incredible. We get really talented actors across the board. I don't think you necessarily got a weak chain and a link in this show. They've obviously worked really hard to get a really good team on board. At this point, I think we need to shout out to Chance Padamo, who played Andre. Sadly, passed away earlier this year. Was really sad. The guy was only in his late 20s. You know, he had decades and decades worth of acting, and you know, incredible skill and a life to lead.
He smashed the role of Andre, and it was such a leading role as well, being the friend of Luke, and seeing who is Patrick Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, which is crazy. But also you've got all these lovely concepts of friendship and trying to be guided into becoming a superhero, the right and the wrong. Him, you know, Andre learning about his dad's past as well when he was in the Seven, all of that kind of stuff. It's learnt behavior, learnt upbringing, expectancy, all of these things, living up to a name, all of these things we are exploring in The Boys gets seen in this show. So you can see and empathize with, you know, not to empathize with Homelander, but you can understand the levels he's had to go through, but also you can understand the levels that Starlight has had to go through in terms of the beauty pageants and the being completely forced by your mum to do all the things that you know, to become a superhero and to get into the Seven, all these things. Chance, what a role, what an actor. It's an absolute shame. But like, you know, be interested to see how they deal with that loss.
Absolutely. So we are going to get a season 2 of this. Season 2 was kind of greenlit very soon after this series went out. So I think a bit about the plot. So the essence of the plot is that Luke's brother Sam is getting experimented on underneath the university, and this all kind of centres around Indira Shetty's character. Now, Indira has lost her families to Soups, specifically on the plane journey that we see in The Boys, where Homelander kind of deserts this whole plane full of people, right?
Yeah.
And they fall to their death. And basically, Indira, wants all Soups dead. She wants to find a way to kill all Soups. So her and the doctor, Dr. Edison.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Edison, can't
Indira
see the surname.
Shetty, yeah.
They basically work on getting this kind of poison that will kill Soups. So they are testing Soups underneath the university, killing them off one by one, and finding a way to make this poison contagious, so they can wipe out all Soups.
Isn't it great that
mad.
they kind of used Indira's character arc on the basis of that plane crash, and that's great, because again, it kind of like that event, as much of it is a cover up, it's going to have a ripple effect on people that were affected by that. That's great, because I think we'll see more of that again getting played out later on in The Boys, and maybe even in Gen V as well.
Absolutely. Really incredible kind of plot, and it's a little bit of a, it's quite a, I don't know, like a spy thrillery murder mystery. We're kind of going along this journey with the young people in it, about finding out what's going on under here. And it's insane. It's a real good journey. I love the plot. I love the way that the plot is kind of shown throughout the series. It really feels like the bonus of this is that they wouldn't have known that a series 2 would be possible, or would be, they didn't know the interest for this, right? And you can really tell that, because this plot is so meticulous and well thought out and well played out. This isn't we're going to tease these characters and then in the future you'll get some more backstory. This is all of the backstory, all of the knowledge of the characters, and here's a really interesting plot where they can work together. We also, we get Victoria Newman. We get a parallel between Newman and Marie, about their kind of backstories in regards to, no parents. And then, at the end, we get this kind of idea that Newman's going to adopt Marie.
Yep.
And Marie will be part of the Seven. Now, what has shocked me so far is that, as far as I'm aware, none of these characters have shown up in Series 4 yet of The Boys.
No.
I'm assuming that's going to change. I'd be very surprised if that doesn't change. I hope, Matt, that we're not in for... So we talked about this in our previous episode, is about The Walking Dead. Right, which is weird because this isn't like, these are two completely different shows, but there are certainly parallels and certain, with any long-term series, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing with The Walking Dead is we had a lot of spin-offs. Some were better than others, and we're still having spin-offs. But what irked me was they had a very similar series. For The Walking Dead had a series called Well Beyond. And that was their teenager series, right? So that was literally what Gen V is to The Boys. And what the problem was, we got introduced to all of these young people in Well Beyond, and then none of them show up in the main show. And what I'm worried about is that they, especially now they've greenlit a second season of this, is I really hope they don't find a way that none of these characters will appear in The Boys, and we'll just see them in season 2 of Gen V, because that will really cheat. I want to see the bleeding, and it would make no sense otherwise, because why bother with Newman? Why bother with the Newman bit at the end? Like Newman and Marie never needed to meet unless Marie is actively going to become part of the boys, right? The 7.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, I was expecting to see some of the characters by now in season 4. I know that might be going, whoa, that's too early. We're only episode 4 in, but I was expecting to see one of them take one of the gaps in the 7.
Exactly, and even more so, what didn't make sense to me when Homelander was looking at the screen in episode 1, what's her face? We never talk about her, but Ashley, who's in we never talk about her in the boys episodes or this, but she's amazing. That actress Colby Minifie is fantastic. She's also in The Walking Dead, funnily enough. So Ashley goes through the screen and in the boys, and she shows lots of different like potential candidates. None of them are from Gen V. None of them. And you're led to believe right at the end. So in the last episode of Gen V, we see like a complete flip for Homelander. What we think is going to be Homelander coming on campus and going, "Oh, well done, Marie. You did fucking brilliantly. You went against Kate and Sam." I think at the end, Sam does a turn, doesn't he, in the last episode?
Yeah.
And you've gone against them, you've done smashed it. But no, we don't get that. We get Marie and we get her friends all end up in this like I don't know, facility, and then we see on the TV Kate and Sam. So, like, as in Kate and Sam have been brilliant. They stopped the massacre at the university. They're fantastic people. We know that's not true. Kate started it all, right?
Yeah.
So, and like we didn't even get to see them, Matt. We haven't seen those so far. And this is where I was getting at with my previous comment about I'm worried that they're saving this for Gen V season 2 because, as I just say, Marie and all of her friends are now in a facility like that we have no idea of. So I'm really worried that that's their way of going, oh, cool, we've locked them all away, so there is no conceivable way that they would appear in The Boys. And that will really, really ruin this for me.
They wouldn't do that. I think we've got to see some payoff, some sort of bleed through between these two. If they are keeping it separate, then that's clearly a creative choice. But because maybe they will keep them separate because now they know The Boys will end at the end of season 5. But you've got an opportunity to sort of interweave it, maybe just for an episode, just so then those that maybe haven't watched Gen V. Because the other thing, when Gen V first came out, I wasn't, immediately going, oh, it's about The Boys, I've got to watch it. I watched it, I watched it for this again, but like I watched it for the first time about 3 months ago. Like, so it's not, it wasn't in the forefront of my mind. But like if they've got an opportunity to bring in an audience into the Gen V world before they start sending off season 5, The Boys.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we got. I mean, we've really shot through there, but yeah. So certain different character pathways that we get. I would say, I really like the character of Emma throughout this series. We get like a lot of layers to that character. Originally, it's just kind of like, she's Marie's flatmate, whatever you want to call it, dorm friend, whatever. And then we get this layer of her superpower and people taking advantage of that superpower. We also, through her, but mainly through another character that I'm definitely going to have forgotten of, we get a huge impact of social media for Gen V.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fantastically done and is apt. All of what Gen V does really well at is it explores themes that young people watching this series would be going through. Teenagers watching this series, whether they should or shouldn't be, depends what your idea is of whether this is appropriate. But they are watching themes, social media, bullying, all of that classic stuff. But it is done in such a good way that, people at our age, Matt, can watch this and we're not thinking, oh, here we go. It's it's a show for teenagers, about teenagers or young adults. Oh, brilliant life. It's great. It's done really well. There's no immaturity about it. This is treated at the same level as the boys. They've not looked at this as an afterthought. This is very much like, no, we want to give, we want to bring Homelander into it. We want to bring, we want to bring Newman into it. We want to bring these same audiences in. And you were spot on when you said to me like a couple of weeks ago that this really will set the scene for series 4 because we get we are hopefully going to get some themes that come out of this. Having said that, one thing I will say that this series does annoy me about is it does what The Boys has done for all of its seasons so far. And when we've talked before, Matt, about the season ends the way it started. So in this,
no lasting impact. No lasting impact.
So for this whole series is all about the poison that they can find to kill the Supes. And in one single scene, Newman destroys... we don't actually see the destruction. And to be quite frank, if they're bringing it back for another series, it must still exist. Otherwise,
she's
it's going to be mad.
It, isn't she? She's taking that virus.
I don't know. Is that what we're... I don't know. I think we're just...
yeah, we'll find out. I think we'll find out. My theory is that she's either continuing the work, but in a more controlled manner, because she's got to back herself up. She knows at some point Homelander's coming for her, right? And the only way that we're going to get rid of Homelander is if they have this kind of illness or whatever it is. I think there's something else going on.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, does it make sense for that to be her though? Because she's a Supe.
I don't think she'll turn. As much as their suggestion is that she will.
Oi, bless you.
As much as they suggest that she will in the series, but I don't think she will. There's a lot going on with Godolkin. She's got a history with Godolkin as well as Victoria Newman. So I think there's a through line from her to go back into the Gen V world in season 4. I know we're not kind of specifically, we need to lean into a little bit more Gen V here because this is the Gen V episode, but that's what's exciting about it. That's what I love about this series.
The only thing I will say about the series, so you'll remember when we went to... I was talking about Newman in a previous Boys episode, and I said that I was slightly confused that there was footage of Stan Edgar adopting Newman. And then you said, it would make a bit more sense when we watch Gen V. Still doesn't make any sense to me, Matt. Because if there was a video... So Huey watches a video of Stan... like in the living room, and he's adopting Newman, right? That's how we find out. Huey finds out, right, that Stan's involved. Yeah. And my problem with that is any staff member at that facility could have found out the connection she had to Vought. And so why would that not be a huge thing, right? It's a huge. I suppose,
but Indira is very much connected to Newman as well.
Yeah, and actually, I suppose I'm wrong, aren't I? Because Vought has created Supes. Vought has created these kind of educational establishments.
Yeah.
So actually, no, why would the staff be shocked if because Stan's just, everything I've said is a load of bollocks.
No, it's not, mate. No, it's not.
Mate. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're gonna get comments all over the webcam. What's this twat talking about? He thought Obadiah was Thanos, and now he's going on about this and all. What's going on in the world? It's no justice.
We have made it clear since day dot, my dear Forrest, that we are never going to get it right. We're always going to get the names wrong. We're always going to make sure that we have a little omissions here and there. We're not
True that.
we're not the perfect nerds. We're far
We're
from
not,
it.
mate. We're far
But
from.
that's why we're called Don't Be a Hero. 'Cause we don't know what we're fucking talking about.
Oh, what's one of your highlights or gripes about the series, Matt, mate?
I really enjoyed the party scene. In I think it was midway in the series.
Is this Rufus's party?
Yeah, Rufus's party. It was really cool, and then obviously when coincides with the kind of fever dream that they were going through as well. They're going to this kind of inception fever dream that's being controlled by Kate Dunlap, and that was interesting. And I think again, Kate's role. I think the unraveling of this character I found quite intriguing. And again, the fact that when people use powers, that it has an effect on them, like a physical effect. It's either draining them or it's making them physically in pain. Like, not all powers are going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
That's a great concept.
Maddie Phillips played that character of Kate. I thought she was incredible. First ever time I've come across her, and I thought she that character had real three-dimensional character. You know, I didn't expect her to be the villain. Certainly didn't expect her to ringlead a massacre in the last episode. You know what I mean? I thought that was done really well. And again, like I said about the main plot, it was just teased really well in the episodes. So it's like we get more and more each episode. It just felt like it was building. Felt to me, this was of a standard of an early Stranger Things series. Stranger Things layers the plot so fucking well. It is insanely good at keeping you going for the next episode. You're like, oh, we're just going to tease a bit more, layer upon layer. It's like a cake. It's a cake at a wedding, and you just can't get enough of it, right? And yeah, I thought it was incredible, and it really did remind me of how Stranger Things. You could argue not so much these days. Well, the last series of Stranger Things was alright, but anyway.
I mean, Stranger Things, mate. Oh, what a show! It's definitely taking that kind of vibe into the boys' world as well, capitalising on that type of audience as well. I'm sure for a fact that this is definitely attracted a younger audience to watch the universe of the boys. But like, there were so many cool threads. The fact that it was kind of linked in as well in terms of the Godolkin experiments, let's call them that. It's going to have a huge impact in the boys going forward. And I just pray. There's a mosquito here. Come here. I just pray that there's going to be some cameos. We're going to start embedding some of these characters into the series. I just really do. I've already said it, but like, just to hammer it down, I really hope that does happen.
100%. I think. I don't think, given what's happened to Marie and. Oh, names. Marie, Emma, and the rest of the gang, I don't think they're going to appear in The Boys, because they've all put them in this, like I say, this facility right at the end of the last episode. Feels to me that they've gone, right, these are in this room now. You're not seeing them till Gen B2. But Kath, and I really hope Kate, and I really hope Sam will be embedded in The Boys, and will ultimately, I kind of hope they're going to be brought in as Homelander's method of trying to be like, look, I'm going to get authority here, whether you like it or not, because I'm going to bring in two fucking, like, what he would deem nutters, right? Only for it to backfire massively, and it doesn't go well for him. So yeah, I hope we got to get one. We got to get someone from it. Otherwise, not what was the point? There was a point, but it's going to seem like a really shitty
missed
spin-off.
opportunity, right?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
But season 2 is coming. I'm sure they've had to, unfortunately, react to the loss of Chance. But like, I think it'll be a case of just seeing what that story happens next. The reason why I'm kind of like, oh, what do you do? It's like, I mean, it's not. I don't want to compare because it's not the same thing. But like, when you look at the loss of Chadwick Boseman, they had to react and change a whole story based on the loss of somebody, because he was the front character, the leading role. And this is kind of the same kind of situation when you've got a character that very much is now moved into the protagonist, side of things. How do you react to that in the writing? It must be tricky and a very emotional thing as well. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
It's good, and definitely, obviously with Black Panther and The Boys / Gen V, worlds apart in terms of content, in terms of who it's aimed at, in terms of, everything's different about it. So I'm really intrigued how something is, as often grotesque and as in your face as The Boys and Gen V is, about how they really make those scenes delicate when they could potentially be surrounded by in a program / series that is mental. Like, so it's an incredible, in challenge. It'll be a real challenge to the writers, and obviously, like I say, really sad sequence of events, and you just got to hope it's handled tactfully and delicately, which I'm sure it will be.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so. Cool. Well, there we go. Gen V. If we were to give it a rating, what would you give it? We haven't done a crisp rating in a while.
Oh, we haven't. I think for me, do you know what? I really liked it. Didn't expect to. So, what packet of crisps would I have? Wouldn't expect to enjoy. Would probably be a Worcester sauce.
Oh, hello.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. What are the round things? The long roundy things?
Hula hoops? Hello.
Cheeky. No, you get smoky bacon ones as well. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, my God, Forrest,
What
mate.
am
I
going on
don't...
about? Oh, Jesus Christ alive.
Just pick a simpler crisp, man.
Just pick a simpler crisp. Fucking
I know, he's looking at it.
Oh, gee.
I'm going to call mine a pickled onion monster munch. Jesus Christ.
Why are they pickled onion monster munch?
Because they're really nourish, but also there's not enough of them in a single packet. That's what it is. Mine's a single packet of Monster Munch of pickled onion. Particularly pickled onion. They're my favourite ones.
That sounds...
None of those flaming hot ones. Like, no. You pickled onions. There's your OGs.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
You're still looking, aren't you?
I'm still looking. I'll fucking give up, mate. It's nearly 20 past 10 at night, and I have no idea. I know exactly what I'm on about, but I can't remember what the fucking name is. And I can't find. Oh, wheat crunchies. That's
crunchies.
It.
Jesus.
Can you even get Worcester sauce?
I don't know. You used to, but I don't think you can anymore.
Okay, but it's like that. You wouldn't expect to like a Worcester sauce wheat crunchy, but I did.
Fucking hell! Is anybody listening? Is anybody still listening?
Everyone gone off. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next Wednesday, if you can trust us ever again, where we're going to talk about episode 4 of The Boys. Maybe we'll get a Gen V turn up in episode 4, Matt.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, come on, let's have a look here. So we'll find out, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ra, mate.
Bye, monster crunch. Bye now.